and welcome to LexGo Eat, the Herald Leaders podcast about eating and drinking in the bluegrass. I'm Janet Patton, and I cover food and craft beer and bourbon.
I'm Sally Shear. I'm the Lifestyles and Business Editor.
Today we have a special guest with us.
Special guest?
Hi. My name is Harriet Hendren, and I cover fashion, beauty, and style for the Lexington Herald Leader.
And today we are here at Winchell's, which is a very popular sports restaurant in Lexington. If you've never been here, it's on Southland. It's pretty much the quintessential place to watch the Wildcats. We'll be talking with owner Graham Waller about what it's like here during big game. You guys have been here before?
Yes.
I have. They have wonderful breakfast.
Wonderful breakfast.
Been here for dinner too. There's usually a good crowd. But it's huge, so you can get a seat.
And if you're in the blue and white mood, which we're all in today, you can get blue and white pancakes here that have blueberries and white chocolate chips in them.
Okay, well we are all excited about the UK Wildcats. Yes. And we're going to have a lot of information in the Weekender about where to go and some great places to watch. And my advice is wherever you decide to go, go early because it will fill up fast. I was at the Kentucky Theater on Saturday, which is a great place to watch because they have a huge screen. It's high def. You get a real seat. You can get a beer if you want a beer. You can get popcorn. But, you know, it was almost full. There were like 600 people in there, and that's terrific.
It's really fun to watch, I think, games in big groups of people, even if you don't know them. It's still fun because you're all there for one reason. It's fun.
Where did you watch the game?
I actually went with some friends to Pies and Pints over in the square where I had never been before. I'd heard lots of good things about it. There was a bit of a wait. There was a lot going on downtown Saturday night, but we got in, or go to the bar and order a beer and sit and wait and talk to your friends. It didn't take that long. We had 2 different pizzas, but we divided it up into 4 different pizzas because they would do halves. So we had, lots of interesting combinations of the ones I had. We had black bean and jalapenos and salsa. It's delicious. Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And zillions of selections of beer, or so it seemed. It was very nice, and there was a big crowd. It was lots of fun.
Well, speaking of zillions of selections of beer, the Square has announced a brand new tenant that's coming in August called HopCat. And that's going to be really cool. It's going to be where Blue Agave used to be on the other side next to, across from the Opera House. And it's going to have about 300 seats and restaurant, huge craft beer selection, all craft, nothing macro. And I think they're even going to have a craft beer brewery. So next year, that might be the place to watch the game.
It was really nice to be at the Square on Saturday night and to see that there was a lot going on.
There is a lot.
That place has been through quite a transition, and it was just, there were lots of people, and it was a really fun atmosphere.
And Vinaigrette is open now.
Yes, Vinaigrette is there. And the Tony Steakhouse is there. There were people in there. I mean, it was just lots going on.
Well, speaking of the Wildcats, did you guys see that amazing cake?
Yes, the burning couch cake. Yes. Whole Foods, right?
That's right. I think one of our colleagues, Carla, found it, and it's a pound cake, right? But it is decorated and made to look like a couch with little flames on it.
Right.
Very cute.
Yeah.
It's adorable. They're not endorsing the setting fire to couches, but it was a clever and fun,
much better way
so.
to get your burning couch,
flaming couches than to actually set yours on fire.
Exactly. I'm here with Graham Waller, who's the owner of Winchell's on Southland, and I think you guys get a pretty big crowd in here for UK games, right?
Yeah, overflowing crowd, you might say.
Wow.
Sometimes a little couple arguments over chairs, maybe here and there. We used to have to rent chairs and tables just for the games, but we went ahead and bought them last year because the team's been on such a good run. So, yeah, we break out every chair, every table we got, and pretty much fill every corner of the restaurant.
They're in here, right?
Oh, it's insane. It's insane. I think we're worthy of being on ESPN. When they go to us satellites sometimes in different places, they could be like, we're at Winchell's in Lexington. If people want to see the truest form of Big Blue madness, this is it. There's no question.
I did not realize you did breakfast.
Every day. Yeah.
Wow.
When we first took over, we bought it 11 years ago. They were doing breakfast on the weekends, and within about a month, we decided if we're going to be here this early and it's pretty much set up to go, then we might as well start serving breakfast. And now it's built, a pretty good following. Weekends are huge, there's no question.
It's a big Final Four run, a big moneymaker. Is that the biggest time of the year for bars like yours, places like yours?
March will be. This is going to be our busiest month ever.
Wow.
In general, our business has grown every year for 11 years, so we do have steady growth regardless. Last October was the busiest. October and March are the two busiest.
Yeah.
But UK basketball since Calipari, because we've seen it all. I mean, we were there for Tubby, and then we were there for Gillespie, which was, I mean, it was nuts how little people cared, you know, which is, you know, and rightfully so. And now the mania that is Calipari, you know, basketball is, we feel it. Any business that has any affiliation with UK in the sports is going to feel it. So it's definitely for a positive.
So this March will be your biggest month ever.
This will be the biggest revenue month we've ever had.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's wild.
Well, thanks for letting us come out and show everybody.
Oh, no, thank you all.
Winchell's.
Yeah. No, Winchell, Southland Drive. I mean, to me, we are the definitive Lexington restaurant. You know, we cover all the bases, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the sports aspect, you know, the local beer aspect. We try to do as much local food as we can. So people from out of town, if you want a definition of Lexington, we grew up here, you know.
Yeah.
So Winchell's is this is supposed to be.
Well, this is going to be one crazy busy weekend. Besides the UK game on Saturday, it's also the opening weekend for the Keeneland Spring Meet, the spring kickoff of the Farmers Market downtown, and of course Easter. I know a lot of bakeries around here are having a lot of really, really adorable things like bunny cookies and cakes if you're looking for something fun for your table for Easter. And a lot of restaurants are having special buffets and things, right, Harriet?
That is correct. There's Alfalfa, which is kind of known for its brunch anyway. So they're going to be having a special. Joseph Beth's Bronte Bistro.
Oh, fun.
Natasha's. Doodles, Portofino, Azure, Brasabana. That's just some of them right there.
You know, the Doodles menu looked really good to me. They had a waffle with strawberries and some kind of a French toast with coconut and blood orange that just...
Oh, I remember we saw that.
That looks really good.
It does.
And there's go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's a nice variety of...
Well, a lot of places are having things, but they're already booked. These are some places that I know that probably still have some availability.
Oh, good.
But call first. Good. That's what we advise.
Yeah, if you can make reservations. Not all of them do take reservations, but there is a new place too. Copper Roo on South Broadway. It's from the folks who do Bayou Bluegrass. So if you ever ate at the Red Mile, they did a big buffet for special occasions like Easter and Mother's Day and things like that. Well, since Red Mile is under reconstruction, they have opened a new place, and it's going to be there even after the Red Mile is finished, called Copper Roo, and I think it's going to be really great. The menu that I looked at was pretty extensive.
Is it Cajun?
There is some Cajun in there. I think there's a lot of Cajun in there. I think that it's got a little bit of everything.
Great.
So, yeah.
Great. Good idea.
Sounds good.
And speaking of Cajun, there's some more Cajun news too, right, Sally?
Yes, everybody remembers, I'm pretty sure, Furlong's, which has been in Lexington in various incarnations in various locations, is closing. The one on Tiverton Way is closing. The guy who runs it is going to take over Riptide down on the river and open a new place there called Proud Mary Honky Tonk Barbecue with his daughters.
That'll be really cool. And I think he said he was going to have a lot of crawfish boils and stuff in the summer. So it's not totally going away. You know, you've got catering, so you'll still see them around. And the food truck will be, in fact, at our place. They're going to be at the Herald Leader. Food Truck Friday is coming up the second Friday in April.
Lots of space to hang out.
That's right.
Lots of places to sit and eat.
Come to the Herald Leader parking lot.
Come see us. We'll be there. We'll have our celebrity booth set up. Kidding, we won't. But it would be fun.
We could.
We could do our live podcast for Food Truck Friday. Oh, what a great idea. Okay.
You already heard it first.